this is how you get the strongest pawn in vanilla Rimworld. If you just go a Sanguophage start and then you gene plant onto a pawn with all the negative traits that get overridden by the implant, you can get a pawn with only benefits other than with a Sanguophage negatives, and you'll have a negative 400 metabolic efficiency, but it caps out, so it's not that. It caps out at 225. So I'm just doing a general start. Start with a Sanguophage. This Sanguophage doesn't have a gene regrow period. If you start with a Sanguophage with a gene regrow period, he will die by doing this. So if you want to start with 2 pawns, do one without regrowing. If you want to start with 1, and then you just go in Xenotype editor. I have this pre-made, but it's just every single thing that adds metabolic efficiency that would be overridden by a implant of a Sanguophage. So you just look at the Sanguophage. If you don't have to actually memorize this, you just look at the Sanguophage, see what selected genes he has. So everything that adds metabolic efficiency, like hemogenic, death rest, mild UV, tender skin phobia. So since he has low sleep, you can go ahead, and so I showed you in this one, since he has low sleep, you can take very sleepy, and so you get metabolic efficiency, because these things will be overridden by the implant. And so here, almost every positive trait. So I went ahead and, so you can choose your own. I chose being great at everything, and it gets to just make sure there's no reason ever not to get to -5, because once you override the abilities that the Sanguophage has, it will have -60. So you saving points here doesn't actually mean anything because of that. Major cell instability doesn't actually get overridden. You'll keep it. But since the Sanguophage is deathless and has the one where he doesn't age, it actually doesn't do anything. So you can go ahead and take that even though it's not overridden. But every negative here gets overridden. So awful melee gets overridden, everything. So let's show that. So, by just quickly generating a map. Sorry about that. And so in vanilla Rimworld, so here you can see he has 115 manipulation from the 2 genes, but you won't be able to see that after she's dead. But here it is. Sanguophage now. So they lost all of their negative traits of alpha melee. Now they're +8 melee. So you can see how they're all not lit up anymore. So even the worst intense UV gets overridden by just mild UV. And so you're at -50 metabolic efficiency, but you have passions and everything, fast learner, and Sanguophage, and sanguine, and so you're basically a pawn that will be 20/20 in every single skill in a matter of a year, basically, because of how insanely fast you learn and how your skill regression is only at 12. So it's a very slow skill regression because you have a +8 that's just flat added on top, which is how genes work in this game. So it's a very overpowered pawn if you want to go with a God Emperor pawn to start. That's it.